Folks, today I would like to discuss with you about this epic battle between Shiva and Shakti. When I said Shiva, it's not a female, Shakti is not a female. When a woman watches or witnesses this world, the thing that witnesses inside the woman is Shiva, the witness. And the witnessed, or the one she witnesses, is Shakti. So the witnessed is Shakti, witness is Shiva. Please watch my earlier video about this. Before I talk about this epic battle between Shiva and Shakti, the witness and witnessed, that I'm more powerful than you, then Shiva says, I am more powerful than you. Then mythological story says they keep on fighting, but at the end they realize that they cannot win, so they become one. Ardhana, what they call Ardhanariswara, and become eternal. I'll talk about this epic battle and the final merging of the witness and witnessed in this video. You may ask, how are you qualified to talk about this? Briefly, I am a retired computer science professor living in United States. I also did some research in computer science. And when I was 31 years old in India, I went through a very strong, unusual spiritual experience. Ever since, I experienced a lot of uninvited spiritual experiences, which are all at the fourth state of existence, that is what people call Turiya state. I have documented them in earlier videos, you can watch them. So when one has experienced the four states, the waking state, the dream state, and the dreamless state, deep sleep state, and the Turiya state, one has a very coherent view of human life. That's the basis of my talk. I don't talk based on books, by reading books. I'm not a guru. I don't meditate. I don't worship. I don't seek fame. I don't have an organization. I'm just a normal human being, a family man, even after these strong spiritual experiences. To come to this topic, let me briefly describe my experience in the fourth state, about the so-called gods, etc. When I came out of this eternal darkness or unknown, I was one, then something separated from me, and that one in female voice said, I'm a being, and don't wake up that darkness, you'll eat me up, and then I'll become a non-being, that means I'll become dead. Don't worry, after some time, I'll be reborn again. So this is the first dumping of ignorance on the witness, that is me. At that point, I just came out of the darkness. I had no idea about being born or dying or whatever. And this one teaches me about birth, death, rebirth, etc. Then it created 3 eyes for me: the red eye, the white eye, without any pupils inside like a human eye, and third eye, which is in the central part of my face, above the eyebrows. And I looked through them. The 3 lights came out: white light, golden light, red light. And this thing, which was just one female voice in front of me, became 3 now, 3 lights. Then when I looked at the darkness, and the 3 united heads were formed, just heads. Then I looked at the central one. A golden light came from my forehead and fell on that central one. It became a beautiful, joyful woman. I merged with that one. I became a witness. I became something with 5 snakes on top of my head. This is what you call Vishnu in Hindu tradition. So this one became 3, then 3 became 5, the 5 snakes. This is what you call bhutas, and which manifests as the 5 senses in human beings. Then that thing which was in front of me said, "I'm everywhere," went out, spread itself everywhere, and they become infinite beings. That one is born as a human being, which is an instance of the white light, the golden light, and the red light. As I have been saying in several videos, this instance of this white light in human beings gives this sense of I-ness, that is the feeling of you. And the instance of this golden light gives you life, the life principle, and also principle of joy. And the instance of this red light supports your body and mind. And the body also has a manifestation of the 5 bhutas, or the 5 senses. So this thing, this one which became 3 and then 5 and became multiple, created all this, became all this human beings, animals, etc., etc. And created a lot of instances of the witnesses in each human being as the I principle in every human being. Became very powerful. And the Shakti said, "Look, see how powerful I am." The Shiva, the original witness, lost all its power, all its power, became a subservient of this great Shakti, which is everywhere, very powerful. And the witness was suffering. It said, I'm suffering. And the Shakti said, don't worry, read Upanishads or some Vedantic texts or some other religious textbooks. There is this Brahman who is Satchidananda. You are that one. Then the Shiva, the individual Shiva in every human being, witness, or said, oh, I understand, I'm happy. After some time, that Shiva, individual Shiva, the witness inside that human being, said, I'm not still happy. Oh, you need to learn more about Upanishads. You are that. And this time, this witness said, as an individual small Shiva said, yes, I understand, but I'm thinking about that only. So whatever I hear from you as Satchidananda or Brahman is inside my mind only. So I cannot seem to get out of this mind. I cannot go to the state of being this Satchidananda, whatever you are talking to me. Then the Shakti in the form of a preacher, a Vedantic preacher or teacher said, oh, your mind has a lot of malas, that is impurities. You have to get rid of them. I'll teach you some yogic techniques. Oh, you are a very emotional person. Okay, so Bhakti Yoga is the best for you. Worship this deity, this statue. Recite this mantra. You will become enlightened. You will become very powerful. You will realize Shiva. You will realize that Satchidananda. And that little Shiva in that human being said, okay, I'll do that. After some time, that one came and asked that preacher, the teacher, Swamiji, yes, I have a little bit of joy and I worship this peace, but I'm very attached to this God. And I see people in various religions are attached to their own gods, and we seem to be fighting between each other, killing each other. This makes me very unhappy. What should I do? This Shakti, in the form of a Swamiji or somebody said, oh, you need to now learn about this Karma Yoga. Do the service without expecting any fruit. That's what Bhagavad Gita says. And that person did the seva for some time, and still that Shiva, the little Shiva in the inside that human being said, I'm unable to renounce the fruit of my action. I'm very attached to that. The Swamiji, the Shakti in the form of Swamiji said, okay, you need to get this knowledge. That's what is lacking in you. I'll teach you knowledge of Upanishads. And also I will teach you how Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ramana Maharishi, and several religious leaders like Jesus, Buddha realized you have to have this knowledge. Hear from me. That little Shiva and the human being heard all this knowledge, gathered a lot of things about waking state, dream state, and then deep sleep state, and Turiya state, and said, Swamiji, I don't know what is consciousness, what is witness, the Shiva. All that I can do is I can think about this consciousness. The moment I think about consciousness, it becomes something in my mind. But as you said in one of the Upanishads, there's Satchitananda or Brahman, Shiva or whatever is beyond the mind. I do not seem to be realizing this one beyond the human mind. Oh, you need to get Diksha from some Swamiji. Go to that person, get Diksha. The short story is that even there, the little Shiva inside that human being still was suffering, still had a lot of questions, realized that whatever it hears from the Swamijis, whatever that Shiva, little Shiva reads from the books, whatever the little Shiva meditates, whatever the little Shiva is doing, the service without expecting the fruit, whatever the little Shiva is acquiring, the knowledge of Turiya state, about Shiva, Vishnu, etc., Brahma, is not resolving its fundamental problem, which is it is still suffering, and it is still at the mental state. That little Shiva is at the mental state. Now one day, that little Shiva said, I'm done with you all. Threw away all the books, dumped all the teachings, and said, I don't want to meditate. Whatever I hear from this world, whatever I read from the books, is only making me stuck at the mental level. I don't seem to go beyond that. So, if there is anything called God really, I would like to hear from that God or whatever directly. I don't want to hear another lesson of Upanishad or Vedanta or any of the religious texts. I just want to hear from you directly. without any of these texts, without quoting or without the quotations from any of the textbooks. Then that little Shiva experienced the fourth state, then understood how nicely the Shakti was playing the trick. Trick is that Shakti says, I want to give you freedom, but it was locking you or that little Shiva in prison of the mind. Then that human being, the Shiva inside that human being, realized the eternal and took control of the Shakti around. Since then, whatever state that human being is, whether in the waking state, dream state, or dreamless state, that it always had the freedom. That is the story of this epic battle between Shiva and Shakti, folks. What I was giving you is just instance of one witness in one human being. And when the Shiva inside, the one which is experienced in the fourth state of existence, takes the full control, then the Shakti, the witnessed by the Shiva or the Shakti, realizes its futility of dumping ignorance on the Shiva or the witness, and then merged with that witness. Then the so-called Ardhanarishvara, the togetherness of witness and witnessed, happened. That is the end of creation, the eternal state. So, hearing this, I'm sure most of you would have realized what is happening around you in the waking state. Hopefully, you will get the tendency to experience the fourth state of human existence. And become free of the ignorance that Shakti in front of you puts on you. That's what I want to communicate to you folks today.